Hey, I wasn't planning on making a video. I feel like one part of my personality and my morals is veganism, and I just had to say something, I guess. If you're in the vegan community, whatever that meant, so if you're on the vegan wagon, you have probably noticed that there has been many people who have been quitting veganism, dropping out, and for various reasons. I am not going to talk about them per se. I really wanted this video to be very short. The first thing that I wanted to say is I wanted to talk about what veganism is. Veganism is not a diet. Veganism is a way of life. Veganism is connected to your ethics, to your morals. It's choosing not to use animals even though we are on the top of the chain, even though we are more superior, even though we can. So not using this power to inflict or use animals for our purposes. I personally believe that they're not there to serve us. I think they're there just as us. They're lost and they're just living. There's no purpose whatsoever. Veganism is very, very deeply ingrained in my ethics, at least. Of course, it is choosing what to eat, so that's very obvious for everyone else to see that you are not eating meat, not drinking milk, because it's so in your face. It's the first thing that people see and they equate it to a diet. It's just the feeling of choosing to act according to your morals. I'm aware that a lot of people don't want to do this because I think it's too difficult to think about it. I think it's, if you choose to do something so extreme, it isolates you from the society, and no one wants to be isolated from the society. It's also the fact that if the majority of people is doing something, it must be right. And I understand that mentality because I've been functioning like this for my whole life, and I've probably been functioning like this in various other areas of my life. I just want you to know that when you choose to drink milk or eat cheese, then as soon as baby cow is born, it is separated from its mom, and that's not even the worst. The worst is yet to come, where the calf or the baby cow, if it's a male, then it will be used for meat and it will be just killed. And maybe it's worse for females because they're going to be constantly and continuously inseminated, and then later to be killed. And of course, during this process, they will be tortured. If you choose to eat eggs, you should know that male chicks are not useful in that industry because you could just, again, artificially inseminate female chicks or female chicken because you have no time to wait. The business is running and you need to do it fast. So baby chicks are immediately ground or their necks are cut. It's not even like you do it individually, there is a machine that does it. And if you decide to use something that's tested on animals, you will see very, very sad faces looking at you and not understanding why you're doing this to them. So it might be like something that's so extreme to some people, but I think that no one wants their own dog to be tested, and you cannot kindly punch someone, you cannot nicely gossip about someone, you cannot nicely steal someone's money, and you cannot humanely kill anyone. It's just what it is. It's the end product. There's no sugarcoating it. I want to read something that I have read from a book, The Unbearable Lightness of Being, written by Milan Kundera, and he wasn't even vegan, and I think it's such an amazing quote, and I think everyone should read the book. It doesn't talk about it talks about life, it doesn't talk about veganism per se. True human goodness in all its purity and freedom can come to the fore only when its recipient has no power. Man's true moral test, its fundamental test, which lies deeply buried from view, consists of its attitude towards those who are at its mercy, animals. And in this respect, mankind has suffered a fundamental debacle, a debacle so fundamental that all others stem from it. If you are vegan and you feel like there might be something wrong with your health and you feel like you're not getting enough nutrients, I urge you, and I urge myself as well, that you should educate yourself about what you should eat, because, and I don't mean meat or dairy or veggies, I mean we need to understand how the human body functions. We need to understand which ingredients we need to take and which vitamins, minerals we need. I think that's the one big minus that all of us have. No one ever taught us this. They just told us eat bread, eat meat, eat, I don't know, a bit of veggies on the side. I think the second thing that you can do is you can do some blood testing, tests to see if there are some deficiencies. These tests are not expensive. You can even do them for free if you're paying for your health insurance in some countries, not all of them obviously. But do them. It's very essential to know what you're lacking. It's very essential to know if there's an excess of something. It's very also essential to know if you're allergic to something. So do allergy tests. Do not just blindly follow other people. Think with your own head and think about what you want to do on this earth, in this life. If you were to disregard all the social norms that we have today, how would you live your life? And I think that the biggest piece comes with acting according to your morals. So think very deeply, who are you living for? For all of you vegans or non-vegans, I'm thankful for you sticking around, and I feel like I just wanted to share this because this is a very big part of myself. So yeah, I hope this video is useful.